Coming up next on Landscapes Through Time, artist David Dunlop travels to the south of France to explore the art and inspiration of Vincent van Gogh.
In 1889, how does one lonely and crazed Dutchman, Vincent van Gogh, foresee the future of art? In 1889, he signs himself in here, a mental institution, St. Paul de Massol, just outside Saint-Rémy-de-Provence in southern France. He's come here for calm, for serenity, a troubled man, and yet he's able to foresee the future of art, to build a new avenue for art expressionism, and to bury impressionism. Van Gogh has a manic streak that he's able to put into his painting here, and it's here, 150 paintings. It's his penultimate year of life. I'm David Dunlop, I'm a landscape painter, and I'm here with a few of my students, and we're going to set our easels up where he set his easels up. And we're going to try to discover the secrets of Vincent van Gogh, to follow his torturous and difficult and yet rapturous experience on the grounds surrounding St. Paul de Massol.
Here at St. Paul, Vincent is far from his beginning in Holland in 1853, son of a distant and strict Protestant minister. He's closest to his younger brother Theo, who will financially support him throughout his art career. After he's fired as a missionary in 1880, he transfers his religious zealotry, his ferocious passion, to painting. He explores the Dutch dark palette, the palette of Rembrandt. This passion brings him to Paris in 1886, after the Impressionists revolutionized the conservative art world in the 70s. There he meets the young neo-impressionists, Toulouse-Lautrec, Gauguin, Signac, Bernard. His palette becomes more intense and colorful, his brushstrokes freer and more broken. And he experiments with flattened planes, outlined forms, from those Japanese woodblocks he loves. Vincent leaves Paris in exhaustion after 2 years for the heat and serenity of Provence. He's been a dedicated painter for only 9 years when he arrives at the asylum.
This is Vincent's room. He suffered here, but he found comfort here. This was a haven for him. He writes to his brother Theo, from here, sitting at the desk behind me. He says, Theo, I'm in a good place. Sister Epiphany, Dr. Perron, who are here, understand him, understand his needs to paint, and understand his suffering. It's here he has the epiphany that what he suffers from is a disease. It's not some flaw in his character, but it's disease. It's out of this window that he sees a landscape that brings him back to his Flemish roots. The wheat field, the lavender, they're still here. The spirit of Vincent is still in this room. These are the grounds that Vincent walks. It's here that he discovers the bugs, the flowers, and he finds himself enlivened, enriched. It's here that he's allowed by Dr. Perron to wander, if he's feeling all right. On these walks, here on these paths and down on the road to Saint-Rémy, he finds the subjects. He finds the cypresses, he finds the irises, he finds the olive groves. He has 4 terrible episodes, as they're called here, where he's disabled in that year. That leaves him with just a few months to make all of those great paintings. Now coming here, I'm trying to find the spirit of Van Gogh. He says, I don't want to copy nature. I don't want to come out here and paint an olive tree and a cypress tree. I want the inner feeling. I want something that expresses my soul. He tells Theo in a letter, I know these colors are hot, too hot maybe. But as he says, I'm making souvenirs for the future. I know that I'm not appreciated now, but I believe I will be. He had a prescient sense for the future because what he was doing was rational, was coherent, was ambitious, and was connected to the history of art. He fails at so much in his life. He fails at being a missionary. He fails at being an art dealer. He fails at a love relationship. He fails at friendships. His temperament drives him to explosive fits, and of course that's alienating. He has a lot of pathologies. Today, the speculation is that he was probably bipolar, that he was manic depressive, that he may have had syphilis, he definitely had epilepsy, and he tried to suppress these horrible episodes of hallucination and hearing voices by drinking absinthe, which probably made things worse because it's an hallucinatory all by itself. But he had those moments of brilliance.